اهلا بيكم وحلقه جديده وضيف جديد، وخلينا نتكلم كوره برعايه اتش سبورتس جروب. وضيفنا النهارده هو احد افضل مدربي حراس المرمى في العالم. هو مدرب حراس المرمى للمنتخب الانجليزي الاول في الاربع سنوات الاخيره. هو ايضا درب حراس عظام خلال تاريخه زي مثلا كاسبر شمايكل او جو هارت، او حارس انجلترا الاول حاليا جوردان بيكفورد. هو ايضا حارس دولي سابق لمنتخب بلاده ويلز، وايضا لعب لانديه كثيره في الدوري الانجليزي زي مانشستر سيتي. بنرحب بمارتين. مارتين, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Great, thank you very much. Thank you.
Good.
So we've got a few questions for you. We just want to take advantage of you being with us here.
Okay.
So, how did you start your football, and how did you end up being a goalie?
Many years ago, I started when I was 8 years of age, and I made the unusual thing of going straight in to be a goalkeeper, purely because my father was a goalkeeper before, so I just sort of followed in his footsteps, really.
Right, thank you very much. سألناه دلوقتي هو ازاي بدأ مشواره وليه انتهى بيه المشوار ان هو بقى حارس مرمى. هو بيقول بدأ من سنين كتير جدا لما كان عنده 8 سنين، وهو عمل قراره ان هو من زمان ان هو يبقى حارس مرمى لان والده كان حارس مرمى سابق ايضا. Were your family supportive? Who helped you the most?
Yeah, my parents were fully supportive. I think in any sport now, unless you have a supportive family, it's very difficult to have a career, because you're so reliant, especially when you're younger, on the support of your family to take you around to the different games and take you around the country. So I had huge support from my parents.
Excellent. سألناه دلوقتي هل عيلته ساعدته في بداية مشواره ولا لا، ومين أكتر حد ساعده؟ وبيقول عيلته ساعدته كتير جدا، هي عيلته عموما يعني ساعدوه جدا. بيقول صعب جدا دلوقتي لأي محترف أو رياضي إن هو يوصل في أي حتة من غير مساعدة طبعا عيلته، الوالدين ربنا يخليهم للجميع. What's your biggest achievement as a player or coach during your long career?
Well, I think my coaching career has been far more successful than my playing career, and obviously the highlight for me was to become the England goalkeeping coach. It's the sort of pinnacle of what I do, and the position holds such high esteem. It's and to sort of achieve the success with the England team, like we did in the World Cup, and it's been a huge highlight for me.
Right. سألناه دلوقتي ايه اكبر حاجة هو وصل لها في مشواره في كرة القدم كلاعب او كمدرب. بيقول مشواره كمدرب كان افضل منه كتير كلاعب، وبيقول طبعا هو بيتشرف ان هو مدرب حراس انجلترا، مدرب حراس المرمى في انجلترا لاخر 4 سنوات، وهو ايضا طبعا وصل معاهم لمركز نص نهائي كاس العالم. وطبعا هو للعلم يعني الحاجة احنا بنقولها هو الوحيد اللي حارس مدرب حراس مرمى في اخر جهازين. دي ما حصلتش ابدا في تاريخ انجلترا قبل كده ان هو يجي مع جهازين متتابعين في انجلترا. When you became a coach, honestly, personally, yeah, did you regret things you were doing as a player, like staying late or drinking or like?
When I look back, and my sons, they show me some things on YouTube when I was playing as a coach now, and having studied the game like I have done, some of the things I'm like this. I do wonder what really what was I doing, and I would quite easily be able to coach myself because some of the things I did, I have no idea why I did, and I look back as a coach now and think, oh, really, what were you doing, and why did you make that mistake? And yeah, so in answer to your question, I would be easily able to coach myself.
احنا سألناه دلوقتي بنقول له هو دلوقتي كمدرب وكان لاعب سابق، حارس سابق، فبنقول له انت دلوقتي ندمت على حاجات عملتها كلاعب قبل كده؟ فبيقول حاجات كتير جدا. يعني اولاده دلوقتي بيوروا له حاجات على مثلا في الفيديو او يوتيوب، بيقولوا بص انت عملت ايه. بيقول هو بدار وشه طبعا محرج جدا. بيقول هو يعني يتمنى ان هو ما كانش يعمل الحاجات دي وما يعرفش عنها ليه يعني. Most of national teams select 4 goalkeepers in each camp. Now, do you think the 4th one should be just like a promising, talented one to gain experience and learn from the rest of the squad?
In a perfect world, and we have done that with England, but it's not always that easy because our younger goalkeepers also have under 21 games, so they are preparing with their squads. So in an ideal world, it would be a really good solution, but logistically, it's not always that easy to do.
سألناه دلوقتي بنقول له في معظم المنتخبات بيختاروا 4 حراس. الاربع حراس دول ممكن ايه رايك لو الحارس الرابع يبقى حارس صغير واعد ونقدر ان احنا نبني عليه يتعلم من زمايله عشان في المستقبل يبقى هو الحارس الاول. بيقول في العالم المثالي ده طبعا شيء جميل جدا ممكن نعمله، ولكن صعب جدا انت تاخد الحراس الصغيرين بس ما يبقاش ليهم دور، لان عندهم منتخبات تانية بيشاركوا معاه وانديه تانية، فصعب جدا تطبق ده. بس هو بيتمنى طبعا، بيقول حاجه كويسه جدا. Alright, a very crucial question. Who decide which goalkeeper to start? Is that the head coach or the goalkeeper coach, or both together? And based on what? On opponent or the back four or the condition? Just tell us more about that.
It's always Gareth Southgate who decides who will play for England. Obviously, Gareth's the manager. My job is to help Gareth because I watch every single game that the goalkeepers play in the Premier League, and then my job is to paint a picture, about who's playing well, and it's the person that we feel is playing the most consistent and who can adapt to the style that Gareth wants to play, i.e. if it's in possession or and my job is to help Gareth and to give him all the information about what the English goalkeepers are doing and how they're performing with their clubs. So I study all the games that they play in the Premier League. And also Gareth goes and watches the goalkeepers. But my job is to just back up what Gareth's seeing, really. But the answer is Gareth Southgate will always have the final say on who plays.
Excellent. And the second part of the question about, like, is that based on what? Like, if you talk about in a daily, like for that game, will it be based on the opponent or the back four? If that might change your decision, or
no, it's based on who's playing. We feel is playing at a level for their club.
Excellent.
Because we don't. Goalkeeping is about keeping the ball out of the net, and it's who we feel can do that the best, and who's previous, etc. Jordan Pickford, for example, now has played nearly 30 games, which puts Jordan in the driving seat. But probably the other goalkeepers in the Premier League are really now pushing him hard, and it's a good position for England at this moment with the goalkeepers that are playing in the Premier League.
Fantastic. سألناه بنقول له مين اللي بيختار حارس المرمى لليوم ان هو يلعب، هل هو مدرب الحراس ولا هو المدير الفني؟ فبيقول لنا طبعا ان هو بيبقى هو عن نفسه كمدرب الحراس شغله ان هو بيروح يتفرج على الحراس بيتابعهم. احنا بنتكلم على منتخب انجلترا هنا، الراجل بيروح بيتابع الحراس وبيرجعهم للمدير الفني، والمدير الفني هو بيبقى صاحب القرار النهائي، لان هو عنده بالتشاور طبعا معاه، لان هو بيبقى عنده طريقه لعبه معينه وبيشوف الحارس اللي بيقدر يوصل الحاجات دي ليه. سالناه هل ده بيختاروا بناء في اليوم على حالته البدنيه او المدافعين اللي قدامه او يعني ايه الظروف المحيطه بالموضوع. هو بيقول لا، احنا بنختار من خلال يعني الجون هو شغلته معروفه ان هو حارس مرمى، ما بيبصوش قوي لمين اللي بيلعب قدامه النهارده كمهاجم او مين اللي بيلعب قدامه من مدافعين زمايله. Great. Goalkeeper is a talent, or you can just create one? Can you get a big guy and just make him a goalkeeper, or what do you do? Germany's got a great school, for goalkeeping. Does England follow that school or not?
No, England has its own school and its own beliefs and our own system. I think to be a goalkeeper, yes, you have to have a talent, like every sport, but to be an elite level goalkeeper it's not just the talent. You have to be prepared to train and work the skill. That's the most important thing to be an elite level goalkeeper. Talent isn't always enough. not just goalkeeping. So I mean, in any sport, you have to be prepared every single day to work so hard at, you know, the skill of being a goalkeeper. And that just comes from practice on the grass and every day repetition, and doing the basics, doing the simple things brilliantly.
Yeah, thank you. So سألناه حارس المرمى هل هو على الموهبة ولا هل هو ينفع تجيب مثلا واحد ضخم كده كبير وتمرنه ويتمرن كويس ويبقى جون في الآخر؟ فقال طبعا الموهبة مهمة جدا، لازم تكون موهوب، ولكن في نفس الوقت لازم تكون محترف أيضا. لازم تتمرن كل يوم، حتى مش في كجون بس، انت في اي رياضة تانية لازم تمارس اكتر وتمارس كل يوم لازم تتمرن وتطور من نفسك عشان تبقى المستوى الاليت او المستوى الاحترافي العالمي يعني. سألناه تاني بنقول له المانيا مشهورة بحراس المرمى، هل المدرسة دي، هل انجلترا بتتبع المدرسة الألمانية؟ فقال لنا لا، انجلترا عندها مدرستها المختلفة، وطبعا يعني عشان كده هم عندهم نظام الحراس مختلف شوية عن ألمانيا. All right. What is the difference between a goalkeeper and international goalkeeper, and how what actually you need? What qualities do you need to get to that level, the next stage, to become international goalkeeper?
Well, you need a mental. The difference, I think, sometimes between international goalkeepers and, you know, sort of club goalkeepers is the mentality. You have to have an exceptional mentality to be an international goalkeeper. Because you know, international goalkeepers I've worked with, all goalkeepers make mistakes, but they have an amazing ability to sort of park them to one side, and it's the next moment that they do brilliantly. And I think that's probably the main thing. Like Jordan Pickford, for example, has an amazing mentality and a sort of inner strength. You know, he always wants to strive to be excellent. And it's that determination, not just with goalkeepers, but international footballers, the mentality to get better every day. They have it. You can't coach it. They just, you know, they want to be the best they can be every day. And I think that's the same with international goalkeepers. They just have that inner strength and the mentality to want to train hard and be brilliant every day.
سألناه دلوقتي بنقول له ايه الفرق بين الحارس المحلي والحارس الدولي، وايه اللي الحارس المحلي محتاجه عشان يوصل ان هو يبقى حارس دولي؟ فهو بيقول العقلية، بيقول هي اول حاجة العقلية، يعني المهارة بتبقى موجودة او الموهبة بتبقى موجودة، ولكن العقلية ان انت لما تغلط ما تركزش، ما تبصش على اللي فات، بص على اللي جاي دايما. بيقول مثلا مثال عنده جوردان بيكفورد في منتخب انجلترا، ان هو لما بيغلط ما بينسى اللي عدى على طول، بتلاقيه بيبص على اللي بعده. وبيقول طبعا ان هو عنده اصرار وعزيمه كبار جدا، ان هو كل مره عايز يقدم افضل من اللي قبله. وبيقول في حاجه غريبه جدا، اللعيبه اللي على المستوى الدولي غير اللعيبه المحليين، بتلاقيهم عندهم ايه العقليه الدوليه كده، بتلاقيها موجوده على طول، دايما بيطوروا نفسهم، كل ماتش تحدي جديد بالنسبه لهم. Okay. What are the qualities and character that goalkeeper should have and actually other positions don't have? Like what that unique thing the goalkeeper should have?
Well, I think calmness, composure, because you face a lot of pressure. And the main thing is, like I just touched on, Hassan, is this ability, if you make an error or you make a mistake, outfielders, obviously they can get away with a mistake, but goalkeepers, if they make a mistake, it's always a goal. So it's the ability to leave that behind and move on. It is a major quality that all goalkeepers, whether you're a young goalkeeper starting off or an international goalkeeper, that's one of the main things you have to learn. And as you get older, it gets easier. It's easier to forget about the mistake, but it's one of the main things for me.
And is that the same for women goalkeeper?
For all goalkeepers, yeah, exactly the same. Exactly the same.
احنا سألناه دلوقتي بنقول له ايه المميزات اللي المفروض تبقى في حارس المرمى ومش موجودة في اي بوزيشن تاني في الملعب، وهل ده بيبقى هو بالنسبة لحراسة المرمى في السيدات برضو، كرة القدم الحريمي يعني. فبيقول اهم حاجة في العقلية اللي هي يكون الهدوء وعدم التأثر بالضغوط طبعا. بيقول لان لما تعمل غلط لازم تنسى الغلط ده. باي لعيب تاني في الملعب ما فيش مشكله، مش هيتاثر بالغلط ده لان زمايله ممكن يداروا عليه وممكن ما يوصلش ان هو يبقى جون. انما لما حارس المرمى بيعمل غلط طبعا الدنيا بتتكشف لان بيبقى جون. فهو لازم مع السن، ممكن مع تقدم السن بيقدر يصلح الحاجات دي، ولكن في بدايه مشواره بيبقى صعب شويه، الضغوط بتبقى كتيره جدا.
I think also just to add, I mean, goalkeeping, every goalkeeper in the world has setbacks, but the best goalkeepers are the one who use the setback as a motivation to move forward and learn and be better.
هو ايضا بيقول ان حارس المرمى الافضل ان هم لما بياخدوا بيبقى في انتكاسات عندهم في مشوارهم لازم يتعلموا منها، ما يحسوش ان هي الدنيا انهارت، لا بالعكس يتعلموا منها ويحاولوا يصلحوا منها، وده بتديهم دفعة في مشوارهم بعد كده. So what's your advice for a young goalkeeper to start their career?
You have to practice the basics every day. It doesn't need to be complicated. My training week with my goalkeepers, to give you an example, is they average 600 saves a week. So you have to be prepared to do that work. And you must want to do it every day. I have a saying, don't get bored of doing the basics, doing the simple things well. You have to be a master of practicing the different skills involved in goalkeeping. And that's the best advice. Never be frightened to make a mistake. That's very important, especially for young goalkeepers. And always remember, if you are a young goalkeeper, that the best goalkeepers, Alisson, the best goalkeepers in the world, they make mistakes. So it's accept that and be prepared. It's part of learning and part of being an elite goalkeeper. Don't be frightened to make a mistake.
Excellent. So احنا سألناه دلوقتي ايه نصيحتك للحراس المرمى الصغيرين اللي لسه بيبدأوا مشوارهم. فقال طبعا ان هو لازم تركز على الاساسيات كل يوم، يعني كل يوم لازم تتمرن، ما تملش ابدا، اوعى تحس ان انت بقيت حارس مرمى كامل او كده. هو بيقول عنده حراس المرمى لغايه دلوقتي كل اسبوع بيتمرنوا ممكن 600 بيصدوا الكره 600 مره تقريبا في الاسبوع. بيقول ما فيش حد كبير على الكره، لازم تفضل تتعلم. بالنسبه للناشئين الصغيرين بيقول ان هو اوعى تخاف انك تغلط. بص على اليسون حارس مرمى ليفربول ومنتخب البرازيل، لغايه دلوقتي بيغلط، يعني هو ما فيش مشاكل خالص ولسه هو الحارس الافضل في العالم. فمش مشكله، هتغلط وهتتعلم وهتبقى كويس، بس ما تغلطش، حاول، لازم تحاول. Is there any limit for a goalkeeper? I mean age limit, sorry, or it's based on their performance? So we saw Buffon just renewed his contract. He's 42 now, and also some say the older the goalkeeper gets, the better they become.
Yeah, I think there's no age limit as long as the body can physically, do the work. I coached Jussi Jaskalainen at West Ham Football Club, and when Jussi came to West Ham, he was 38 years of age, going on 39. So as long as the body is fit and well, then there's no limit. I mean, Buffon, I think his next birthday is 43. Yeah. Which is incredible. Is an incredible, goalkeeping achievement. And the reason why goalkeepers get better with age is because the experience gives them better decisions in games.
Of course. احنا سألنا دلوقتي هل في سن محدد لحارس المرمى، وهل يعني احنا بنشوف دلوقتي بوفون هو عنده 42 سنة لسه بيجدد عقده، وبالنسبه احنا بنقول يعني حارس المرمى كل ما بيكبر كل ما مستواه بيعلى. ايه الموضوع ورا الموضوع ده؟ فهو بيقول ما فيش طبعا اي حدود للسن، هو على حسب اداء الحارس، طول ما هو جسمه مساعده ولياقته مساعداه المفروض ان هو يكمل. وطبعا زي ما شفنا بوفون هيبقى 43 سنه في السنه الجايه ولسه مجدد عقده. هو نفسه شخصيا بيقول يوسي جاسكلين هو مرنه في ويست هام، حارس مرمى كان عنده 38 سنه وبيقول كان ممتاز وكان هو الحارس الاول وحاجه ممتازه جدا. وبيقول طبعا مع تقدم السن بتتعلم اكتر وبتهدى وبتعرف اغلاطك، طبعا حته مهمه جدا الهدوء بالنسبه لحارس المرمى. Should a goalkeeper be able to pass and use his feet as good as the other players? That give them advantage not only in the build-up, but to anticipate what the strikers will do and what the other players will do, and how the goalkeeper coach adapt to that philosophy.
It's important that a goalkeeper's obviously comfortable in possession. You know, particularly an England goalkeeper, because of Gareth Southgate's belief is that, you know, that we build from the back. I'm not sure it gives them any advantage about what the opposition can do, but it's important that goalkeepers, when they're not just goalkeeping, you know, with the coach, every opportunity that they can, where they can join in a possession with the outfielders, I think it's important that they can do that, and for the coach to work that into his training week, because if you want your goalkeeper to build from the back, possession is obviously something they have to try and master.
سألناه دلوقتي هل حارس المرمى مهم ان هو يعرف يلعب برجله، وهل ده بيديله افضليه مش بس ان هو ينقل الكوره، ولكن ان هو يقدر يتوقع ايه اللي الفرود ممكن يعمله، او ازاي ممكن يشوط او كده، او يعني ايه مواطن القوه والضعف. فقال طبعا هو مهم جدا ان هو يعرف يلعب برجله، لان خصوصا مثلا في انجلترا مع ساوث جيت هو بيحب يبني من الخلف، وبيحب يمسك الكوره، فطبعا لو الجول مش مرتاح ده طبعا مش هيبقى كويس بالنسبه له خالص. بيقول هو مش متاكد من حته ان هو ده بيساعده ان هو يعرف اللعيب الثاني هيعمل ايه برجله، هو ما اعتقدش الموضوع ده صح، ولكن بيقول مهم جدا ان هو يعرف يلعب، خصوصا لما تكون الفرقه بتبني من تحت. بالنسبه لمدرب حراس المرمى هو بيقول ان هو لازم يسيستم نفسه زي ما بيقولوا على الموضوع ده، ان هو يبدا يحط في البرنامج بتاعه ان هو يباصي كتير عشان يتعود على الموضوع ده. What qualities should a goalkeeper coach have? And what advice you have for aspiring goalkeeper coaches?
I think qualities mainly is empathy is a good word, because you have to have an understanding of what the goalkeeper's going through. It gives you an advantage if you've played, and you know, and you've stood under the crossbar, as it were. That's not essential. There's some brilliant goalkeeping coaches who haven't played professional football. My advice to every goalkeeping coach is to be yourself. Don't try and reinvent the wheel, basically, and just think about what your goalkeeper needs to do in a game, and try and coach that throughout the week. It doesn't need to be too complicated, is my beliefs. You see a lot of things on Google and with goalkeepers doing jumping on boxes, and it's not specific to what happens in a match. So it doesn't have to be complicated in your goalkeeping coaching, is my advice.
Stick to the basics.
Stick to the basics is a perfect phrase. And goalkeepers have to realise that you have to master the basics, and to do that, your coach doesn't need to complicate by doing things that doesn't happen in the game.
Really good advice. Thank you. بنقول له دلوقتي ايه المميزات اللي حارس المرمى المفروض تبقى عنده، وايه دلوقتي بالنسبه يعني هو يقدر ينصح ايه مدربين حراس المرمى اللي موجودين. ايه المميزات اللي المفروض تكون موجوده عند مدربين حراس المرمى، وايه النصيحه اللي يقدر يعملها لمدربين حراس المرمى الناشئين او الصاعدين اللي طالعين. فهو بيقول اهم حاجه لازم يكون التعاطف، هو لازم يكون عنده تعاطف للعيب بتاعه او للحارس بتاعه، لازم يعرف هو ايه المراحل اللي بيعدي بيها. وبيقول طبعا يفضل ان لو مدرب حراس المرمى كان حارس مرمى سابق، بيقول ده بيديله طبعا افضليه، لان بيبقى عارف هو حاسس بايه والضغوط اللي على الجون بتاعه. النصيحه اللي بيديها لمدربين حراس المرمى الصاعدين دلوقتي بيقول خليك نفسك، يعني ما تخترعش، ما تحاولش تخترع. هو بيشوف حاجات على يوتيوب وفي التلفزيون ان هو بيحطوا بوكسات وبتاع، الحاجات دي ما بتحصلش في الماتشات، يعني بيقول الحاجات دي ما بتحصلش في الحقيقه. بيقول stick to the basics او ركز على الاساسيات، خليك ركز على الاساسيات، ما تخترعش كتير، خليك نفسك وركز على الاساسيات وتعلم من اللي قبلك، وبيقولوا الباقي هيجي لوحده. Okay, you are a goalkeeper coach for a club and also for international team. Yeah. What is the difference between both jobs?
Not a great deal. My beliefs on goalkeeping are the same with my club as to the work I do with Jordan Pickford. The goal is still the same size and the footballs are generally the same. So my work stays the same. I give the same messages to Freddie Woodman as I do to Jordan Pickford. And again, you know, they'll make 600 saves in a typical training week, and they have to try and get perfection every day.
اوكي، سألناه دلوقتي بنقول له ايه الفرق. هو حارس، هو مدرب حراس مرمى للنادي ومدرب حراس مرمى للمنتخب في نفس الوقت. بنقول له ايه الفرق بين الشغلتين، فهو بيقول نفس الموضوع، هو بيروح لشغله هنا او بيروح لشغله هنا بنفس العزيمه وبنفس الاصرار. البرامج بتاعته تقريبا واحده، ممكن هو التحضير اللي بيفرق. بيقول مقاس الجون هو الكور هي. بيقول اللي ده بيتمرن لازم يصد 600 كرة كل اسبوع، وده لازم يصد 600 كرة كل اسبوع. بيركز على الاساسيات، وده طبعا اللي مخليه من انجح مدربين حراس المرمى في العالم. Does a goalkeeper need to study the dangerous strikers before? I mean, through watch footage for a game, or you know, is that a reality or?
Yes, obviously you need, you know, the football club needs to have that facility through the analysis. You know, not every football club has that, but in an ideal world, if you can give information to your goalkeepers about, you know, how teams set up, what are their strengths, do they put a lot of crosses in the box, you know, what does a number 9 do, for example, is he, you know, what foot is he, you know, as much information as we can give them on the opposition, we will. And what I found, the elite level goalkeepers, the Premier League goalkeepers, they really want this information because it's to help them and make them better, and it gives them an insight into what they're going to face on a match day, and it helps me as a coach because I can base my sessions around what they're likely to face come a match day and what the major strengths are of the team.
سألناه بنقول له هل حارس المرمى المفروض ان هو بيدرس المنافسين بتوعه عن طريق طبعا المدربين بتوعه قبل الماتش، مين مثلا المهاجم الخطير، الشغل بيتعمل ازاي، المغامره اللي هتقابله في الماتش ده. فهو بيقول ده طبعا حاجه حقيقيه هم بيعملوها مهمه جدا، بس طبعا مش كل الانديه عندها الفاسيلتيز او اللكشري دي ان هم عندهم تحليل الاداء، ده مهم جدا. لازم العرضيات بتتعمل ازاي بيعملوا ده، هل هو شغلهم كله في العرضيات ولا بيخترقوا من العمق، هل الجون بيبقى متقدم ولا بيستنى العرضيات. رقم 9 الفيرود بيتحرك ازاي، ايه خطورته، دايما بيشوط فين. بيقول حتى الاجوان بتسال دايما، يعني قبل الماتشات بيسالوا، بيقولوا ايه اللي احنا متوقعينه، بيسالوا عن المعلومات دي لان بتفيدهم جدا. وهو كمدرب لحراس المرمى بيقول الحاجات دي بتفرق معاه جدا، ان هو بيحضر للماتش بتاعه ايه التمارين اللي بيركز عليها بالظبط، هل هي عرضيات ولا هي شوط ولا ايه بالظبط. Alright, again there's another story about yourself personally, was in the Mirror. Mirror newspaper said that actually you wrote the names for Colombia penalty takers on the water bottle for Jordan Pickford that helped England to qualify for the next round. Please tell us about that.
Yes, well, it wasn't solely down to me, Hassan. There was a lot of work done by the FA, and in particular Gareth. Gareth had a huge input into the whole procedure with the penalties, because very personal to him for obvious reasons. When he missed the penalty in Euros '96, so Gareth believed that the penalty shootout wasn't luck. It was it's an event that you can practice, it's a skill that you can develop, and the players worked extremely hard, you know, about the whole thing. But one thing we were able to do through studying Colombia was to give Jordan information on, you know, what the Colombian players have done previously, and I have it here actually. This is the water bottle that Jordan Pickford used on the night. You can see at the top there, Ramadel Falcao, and it says dive right, which is exactly where Falcao put his penalty. So it was a lot of work that the FA did, resulting in all the information that was written onto his bottle. So it proved to be a major success on the night.
That's great. سألناه دلوقتي بنقول له على كان في حاجة اتعملت في ميرور، مجلة ميرور أو جورنال ميرور هنا، بيقول إن هو كان كتب أسامي لعيبة كولومبيا في كأس العالم لجوردان بيكفورد على ازازه الميه وان هم هيشوطوا فين بالظبط. هو بيقول الموضوع ده حقيقي فعلا وحصل، وهو لسه مورينا الازازه دلوقتي. بيقول دي كان ده شغل كبير كان معمول في ال 12 شهر اللي قبلها والسنه الاخيره. الاف اي نفسه عمله. جارث ساوث جيت بيقول شخصيا كان هو مهتم جدا بالموضوع ده. المدير الفني لمنتخب انجلترا كان بيقول هو شخصيا ضيع ضربه جزاء في كاس العالم 96 تقريبا، لو انا مش خليني متذكرها يعني. بيقول كلفت انجلترا الخروج. فهو متاكد ان الموضوع مش حظ ابدا، هو لازم تمرين، لازم تتمرن اكتر عشان توصل للموضوع ده. اللعيبه اتمرنوا جامد جدا، وحتى بيكفورد اتمرن وحفظ الحاجات دي. وطبعا الازازه دي بس كانت تذكره ليه ان مين اللي هيجي له هو هيشوط فين. يعني تيم وورك حاجه جميله جدا طبعا. A lot of goalkeeper are impressive with their teams, but as soon as you take them for international duties, they let you down. What is it for?
Well, I think it's probably that they don't. Obviously, when they work with a team, they train, all season. Sometimes, maybe the answer to your question is they only have a short amount of time, with an international team. They might only be together for 3-4 days before the first game. It could be different tactical information that is different to their club. They might be asked to do different things that they don't do with their club.
Yeah.
So that's the difficult balance as an international coach, that you have to try and marry similar messages to what the players are brilliant at doing with their football club, which has gotten to the international level in the first place.
كويس. احنا سالنا دلوقتي بنقول له شفنا لعيبه كتير اجوال كتير، حراس ممتازين مع انديتهم، بس لما تاخدهم على المستوى الدولي بيخذلوك احيانا. فهو بيقول لا، هو الموضوع مش كده، هو بيبقى اكتر تفاهم. يعني هو متفاهم اكتر مع اللعيبه اللي معاه، طريقه اللعب بيعملوا ايه. ولكن في يعني احيانا لما ده بيكون نفس المنتخب بيلعب بنفس طريقه النادي بتاعك، ده بيفرق معاك جدا. وبيقول دي وظيفه مدرب حراس المرمى، ان هو يوصل لك المسج، انا اخترتك عشان كذا وانا عايز اركز على الحاجه الكويسه اللي عندك دي. Football is back in some countries, but yet to start in others. So, for example, we see, in Egypt, for example, goalkeepers, in order to get them ready, what do you need to focus on, and how long do you think that would take to get them back without injuries, and also remember the stress about the virus and everything around.
Yeah, well, that's true. Obviously, the whole world's been in lockdown, and players have been locking down. Just my experience, with Swansea City Football Club is the players had to keep themselves physically fit. So we knew that when we came back to being allowed to train again, they were at a level that hadn't dropped as to where they left off. So that gave me as a coach a big advantage, because I didn't have to spend time working on their goalkeeping fitness. The fitness has been maintained, and I was able to sort of get them back ready for games in 3 weeks. So it was a 3-week lead in before they went back then into our first game.
3 weeks بعدين. سألناه دلوقتي بنقول له ان كرة القدم رجعت في دول كتير، بس لسه في دول تانية زي مصر مثلا لسه ما رجعتش فيها. ينصح ايه المدرب ازاي يرجع الجون بتاعه للفورمه بتاعته؟ ايه المطلوب منه يركز على ايه؟ طبعا الضغوط اللي محطوطه عليه طبعا على يعني عشان الفيروس والخوف والقعده في البيت، يعني الضغوط دي كلها محتاج وقت قد ايه؟ فبيقول طبعا احنا العالم كله عدى بالمرحله دي، بس في ايجابيات طبعا. الدوري رجع في دول كتيره. هو شغال يعني في سوانزي مثلا بيقول حافظوا الاجوان بتاعته، حافظوا على اللياقه بتاعتهم. لما رجع لهم لقاهم زي ما هم بالظبط، ولكن فما اضطرش ان هو يشتغل على الفتنس والكلام ده، هو اشتغل بس على الفنيات. واشتغل بس، هو بيقول ما احتاجتش اكتر من 3 اسابيع عشان ارجعهم عادي واشتغلوا، والدوري بدأ وكل الامور ماشيه على خير. Is it possible for a professional player to change their position to become a goalkeeper? I mean, and how successful that would be, and how long would that take?
I'm not sure about outfielders being able to sort of switch and become a goalkeeper. I think it's too specialist a position, in all honesty. I have actually had a goalkeeper who he was a professional goalkeeper and now is international centre forward. I've had it in reverse. Josh McGuinness, who I coached as a goalkeeper a few years back, and there was a small game, and Josh needed to make some numbers up, and he played up front, and I think he scored, and he was very physical in the game. And to be fair to Josh, he's gone on now to play over 50 times for Northern Ireland. But he started off his career, he was a professional goalkeeper. So I've had it the other way round.
احنا سألناه دلوقتي بنقول له هل يمكن لعيب يغير مركزه من لعيب لجول كيبر بعد ما يبقى محترف؟ وهل الموضوع ده هيبقى ليه تأثير عليه؟ وهل ناجح ولا مش ناجح؟ فهو بيقول هو شايف العكس، هو شخصيا حصل معاه حاجة غير كده. جوش مثلا ده كان لاعب المنتخب ايرلندا، هو بيقول كان حارس مرمى، بدأ مشواره الاحترافي كحارس مرمى، كانوا مره بيلعبوا خماسي والمدرب بيقول شافه كسر الدنيا بعد يجيب اجوان وجسمانه طبعا قوي، فبيقول اختاره وخلاه يلعب. وبعد ده هو راجل عمل 50 مباراه دوليه كمهاجم لمنتخب ايرلندا الشماليه، فبيقول يعني الموضوع حصل معاه بالعكس، حاجه ظريفه جدا. In the last few years, technology has added a lot, into the balls. So in terms of pace, I mean, and sometimes it just comes awkward to the goalkeeper. You don't predict it. So how challenging that was for you personally, and for goalkeeper coaches, and for the keepers themselves?
For the goalkeeper, it's definitely become more difficult. The balls now are designed to favour, the outfield players, because the designers want to make the ball go quicker. They want to make it curl more, which is always a problem for the goalkeeper. But every time the ball changes, the only thing you can do as a coach is to spend as much contact time as you can, getting the goalkeepers getting the goalkeepers used to the new ball, and they soon then pick up the tempo. Because it's important for me as a coach that when I train my goalkeepers, they have to train at the pace of a game, because it's so important to them. It's no good, me kicking a ball at Pickford at 10 miles an hour, and then when Harry Kane shoots one at him in training, it's coming at 80 miles an hour. So they have to work at that level, and that's really important. So I have to make sure that my knees and I take care of them.
Stay fit, yeah.
Stay fit, yeah.
سألناه دلوقتي في السنين الأخيرة التكنولوجيا اتغيرت جدا في صناعة الكور، وخلت الكور أسرع كتير وبتلف بطريقة غريبة. هل ده كان تحدي بالنسبة له شخصي ولا لأ؟ وهل بيعالجوا الموضوع ده إزاي مع الحراس؟ لأن طبعا عمل الموضوع أصعب للحراس. هو قال طبعا ده خلى الموضوع صعب جدا بالنسبة للحراس، بيخدم المهاجمين لما بيشوطوا الكرة بتروح سريعة وبتيجي في اتجاهات غريبة بتلف أكتر طبعا. وبيقول اللي هم بيتغلبوا على الموضوع ده بان هم بيتمرنوا اكتر، بيعمل كونتاكت مع الكوره اكتر، او بيتمرن عليها كتير عشان يتعود على سرعتها. وبيقول في نفس الوقت هو كمدرب لازم يحافظ على، يعني مثلا لما هو بيشوط على الجون بتاعه بيمرنه لازم تبقى بنفس القوه. يعني مثلا مع بيكفورد بيقول لما بيشوط عليه تبقى مثلا بسرعه 30 ميل في الساعه، ويجي هاري كين مثلا يشوط عليه بسرعه 80 ميل في الساعه. بيقول هو لازم ان هو ستاي فيت، زي ما بيقول ان هو لازم يحافظ على لياقته كمدرب عشان يقدر يوصل نفس السرعه دي. There is the last question was asked. There's a well-known phrase in the Middle East suggests that the goalkeeper equals half of the team. Do you agree about that or not?
I think the goalkeepers is a huge part in any successful team. I think Liverpool, for example, they have the best goalkeeper in the world, and it's proven that a successful goalkeeper, they can undoubtedly win you games, earn you a lot of points a season. So yes, I agree with the saying. It's so important to any team that's going to go on and win major events, major tournaments. Is the goalkeeper plays a huge part.
سألناه بنقول له في مقولة معروفة جدا عندنا في الوطن العربي بتقول إن الجون نص الفرقة، هل هو بيتفق معاه ولا لا مع الموضوع ده؟ فهو بيقول طبعا هو جزء مهم جدا من الفرقة في نجاح أي فرقة. وطبعا أكبر مثال هو ليفربول لما احتاج إن هو يكسب الدوري أو يدعم فرقته، دعم بأغلى وأحسن جون في العالم، وده طبعا ساعده زي أليسون طبعا ساعده إن هو يكسب الدوري. Martin, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. It's been enjoyable, and it's lovely to speak to you too.